Finally, the amazing digital circus is back with Untitled. I feel like a broken record saying this, but this show just keeps getting better and better. This review will contain spoilers, so go watch the episode if you haven't already. To start with, the animation is fantastic. The different lighting across these different adventures, that bar scene in particular looks super nice. It's all black and white except for the drinks and these neon lights, whose light only reflects off the characters and not the other surfaces. Speaking of reflecting, Pomni's eyes look like they're reflecting a lot more than in previous episodes. I also love that we get to see a completely different animation style with Gangle's anime adventure. And that intermission segment, oh god, it's so gorgeous. I kept thinking it was about to end, but it kept going and it made me so happy. I really want Glitch to just make a longer video like this, and maybe even mix in characters from their other shows. Speaking of characters from their other shows, Evil Jax is literally just N.
Hi guys, I'm Evil Jax. I'm serial designation N. Nice to meet you.
The whole voice cast kills it again. Gooseworks is always hilarious as Bubble.
Explain to Daddy Bubble how bad thing.
I think that... Don't say that.
But the standouts here are Amanda Hufford and Michael Kovac. Evil Ragatha was just hilarious.
Well, hello, stupid Gatha. I hope you're ready to get completely annihilated. Nobody loves you and you're going to die someday.
Normally I hate Americans trying to do an Aussie accent, but I give Michael Kovac a pass because this was pretty funny.
Oi, mate! I'm an Australian extremist, and I've come to detonate this bomb that'll release all the world's deadliest spiders into... Did I pick a bad time?
And I'm in full support of Jax here. I think it would be great to just let a bunch of Sydney funnelwebs loose in the Oval Office. That's based as fuck. What's less based is how Jax treats Gangle. Like, why are you trying to vore her, mate? And you're also trying to vore yourself, I guess? But we do actually kind of learn who Jax is by not learning who he is. I suspected it before, but now it's very clear that he's hiding things about himself. He deliberately doesn't share his past when everyone else is, and there's definitely a lot more to Jax and Ragatha's past relationship that we didn't get to see before Pomni arrived. This is where I get into my theories.
Do you have any actual friends? Not anymore.
Now, when I first saw this, my thought was that Jax and Ragatha were friends until something happened between them. But after Pomni and Jax have their talk at the softball game, and he mentions wanting to show Pomni something in the hallway, combined with this shot from the intermission, I think this frog character was the friend of Jax that Ragatha mentioned. And them abstracting is what caused him to grow this mindset where he just doesn't care about anything anymore. Perhaps Ragatha was somehow responsible for the frog abstracting, even if it was indirectly. This could explain why Jax always seems to be trying to keep Pomni away from Ragatha, because deep down he cares about Pomni and he doesn't want Ragatha to cause Pomni to abstract. This past event could have led to Ragatha trying to make up for her mistakes, which is why she's always trying to be nice. But this could also be a result of her abusive mother who she mentions, and not wanting to end up like her. This scene at the bar also tickles my theory brain, specifically Pomni's story. First, Pomni is a YouTuber, based, that's awesome. But second, I think it's important that everyone else spoke about their lives in general. However, Pomni brings up her exploring abandoned buildings right after Jax asked her how she ended up here. Here, obviously meaning the circus. This makes me think that CNA are a defunct company. Possibly they got shut down due to creating a VR game that traps the souls of the players inside. And Pomni ended up exploring an abandoned building that used to be owned by them, where she found a headset that was somehow still working. I also think that Kinga was one of the employees of CNA, judging by this line in episode 3.
Man.
7 years of computer science for this, huh?
The rest of the characters would probably be some of the unfortunate customers who just wanted to try out this new VR experience. A few more things I want to mention. I like how the evil characters get regular sensor beeps instead of the wacky sound effects. Jax being scared of corn and being a cat is very funny. Maid outfit Jax is just beautiful. Love that guy. And then there's disappearing guy. Okay, I'm really interested in him. He started off as just a haha funny joke, but that final shot of him has got me so hyped for more. And those were my thoughts on The Amazing Digital Circus Episode 5, Untitled. Before I go, I must say that Lars Barriga is a pretty cutie pie, because I must mention how much I love him in every single one of my goddamn videos. But with everything said, my name's Dr. Lummington, like and subscribe to make me smile, and I will see you later.
To be out there, angry chicks, mean and bad, sent by bird to drive me mad. Help me